Flo, that's the beauty of a long season, right?
Yes.
Coming out of the gates, we want to jump on everything. But you look at the Phillies and kind of coming off Bryce Harper sound, you could feel it. There's no juice right now. Whatever that is, who needs to hit a tape measure shot, a walk-off, something to get them going. Their bullpen, Romano has had some moments earlier in the year where you're like, okay, like, do we have the lead? It kind of falls flat at the end. So the Phillies are searching a little bit. We're on the flip side. We're going to dive into the Mets full throttle. Bader, my boy back in Edit, he's been with me for about 6-7 years now. I texted him leaving Citi Field. He's like, I know we've done the whole Carlos Mendoza hair salon and we did the Lindor, but DeRosa, 7 in a row at home, and they're playing inspired baseball. I want you to take me through the entire roster because Stevie Cohen collects fine art. Okay? David Stearns might be his curator.
Oh.
And I want to discuss the difference between a Phillies team that looks like they're searching a little bit and a Mets team that there's a lot of guys struggling in the lineup, but there's a lot of guys stepping up in big spots, and they're throwing the heck out of the baseball. So let's get into it real quick. I love this. We're going to three-tile the Metsies. We're going to start with the offense. Is that a Picasso? I want to bring up yesterday's starting lineup and just let this breathe. Because if you look up and down, it's basically Lindor and Pete. They're doing everything, okay? Nimmo hasn't gotten going yet. Juan Soto gets on base, but he has not gotten going yet. There's a couple guys, they got some decisions to make when the Frankie Alvarez's and the Jeff McNeils of the world come back sooner rather than later. So here's a team that has just won 7 in a row, and it's 2 guys carrying them. We already focused on Lindor. I got to give Pete his love. We dove in on it. Eric Nays, researcher to the stars. He has showed up with the mean on, and I'm going to flash back. It all changed last year in American Family Field when he stayed back and took Devin Williams, Oppo, to set the Mets on fire with a chef's kiss right there.
It unlocked him.
And I'm telling you, Robert, when a big-time hitter, run that back for me real quick one time. You want to talk about destroying a ball to the opposite field? This is what it looks like. And he has made a concerted effort to work the ball up the middle the other way, and he has been fantastic in the early part of the season. These are bullets. That's a 2-iron dead center in Miami. There's about 5 guys in the league that could do that. Pause this. Bring up his MLB ranks since the start of 2019. Look at the games played. He loves the game. He has passion for it. He wants to be great. He's miserable when he's not. He's endeared himself to these fans, and he shows up every day ready to win a baseball game. Home runs, he's second to you-know-who, Judge. First in ribbies. Hot change me to what he's doing to the opposite field. This is the separator. Anybody can pull a homer. So I tell the kids, anybody can pull a homer, get out and around and hook one pull side. But can you drive it big part of the field? Because it's going to make you a better hitter. 2019, when he first showed up, his slug to the pull side trumped his center oppo by about 200 points. Look at 2025, him driving the ball up the middle the other way. So let's get back into it. We'll give some more love to Pete Alonso and just his early. He's hammering off speed. Take you through a Gosman at bat. Heater 0-1. Heater top of the zone 1-1. Here comes the split 1-2. Okay, pause. So you got to tell yourself, I just went after Gosman's split 1-1. Now I got to stay back, right? Maybe eliminate pull side. So I stay back on the heater and take it up the middle the other way. Run this. It's exactly what he does. He's a little late on it. And then he drives this ball the other way. He's got ridiculous thunder.
He didn't even get that.
I know. He doesn't need to get it. And it's been a steady diet of this. Look at that. Boom! 1-2 count. What he's doing with 2 strikes on him. What he's doing on off speed yesterday. That's a flip of the wrist with 2 strikes on him. And driving the ball up the middle the other way. Pete, stay there. Pause this. When I had Pete with WBC, in March it happened so fast, right? You're either swinging it back good when you show up to that thing that early or you're not. Pete was wanting to be the dude, right? So he wants to get off his backside and he's getting here. And he just couldn't shorten up. He couldn't stay behind the baseball, shorten up, and let the baseball come to him. He was really wanting to go get it. And that's the key to him. When he stays stacked on his lower half, run this slow. When a foot contact hits, give it to me. Pause it. I mean, he is an engine right there ready to explode. Look at the size of his quads. He's always had pop, so run this. When you're thinking big part of the field, God, he has a chance to have an absolute monster season. I know there's 2 more boards there. Bring up the Alonso boards, please, before we go to the starting rotation. They're too good. Career splits with 2 strikes. Look at him. The league average last year was 168. Just to give you an idea. He's hitting 245 with a 653 slug. Early going with 2 strikes. We have one more. OPS leaders with 2 strikes. He's doing everything in the early part. I know Lindor's had some big moments. I said the other day Lindor would be a leading vote getter for NL MVP. I misspoke. Obviously, Tatis, Pete, and Lindor would be up there. Tucker, I got it. He was just having moments. Okay, let's get into the starting rotation. I'll pick it up, Savines, I promise. Boom, they have been unbelievable. Real quick, soak this in. Tyler McGill just punched out 10. He's got a 109 ERA. Clay Holmes, the transition. David Stearns, tip of the hat. Griffin Canning's got a 3.12. David Peterson's become a dude for them. But I want to focus on Senga. Kodai Senga has an unhittable pitch. So if we could get into him real quick and just highlight what he's meant to this rotation. They didn't have him last year, and he worked hard to get back for the postseason. He was never himself. But when that thing comes out, it's the most unhittable pitch in the game. So I want to take you through a couple ABs, and I'm going to let Brent Rooker, he was on Pitching Ninja. We get a split right there, Go Sport, top of the zone heater. I mean, it reminds me of Koji Uehara coming out of Boston Red Sox pen back in his heyday, almost telling you a split could come, and there was still nothing you could do with it. But I want Brent Rooker. Pitching Ninja does an amazing job. He does. He gets these guys on, showing pitch grips. He had Brent Rooker on talking about facing Kodai Senga. He does the breakdown for me. Take a listen to this.
It looks like a fastball for 53 feet, and in the last 7 feet, it just turbo dives into the dirt. So it's like, yeah, it's easy to say don't swing at it, but then you're also going to be taking a lot of hittable fastballs if your plan is just never swinging it, because it looks, I mean, it's a fastball until it's not.
Everybody knew you're going to get a ghost fork with 2 strikes. So he started throwing that fastball, basically low fastball.
Yeah.
People were just taking it.
Freezing it. Yeah, freezing. Because, I mean, the way to take the pitch is basically like, all right, if the pitch starts here, I'm not swinging it because I know it's going to start there, it's going to look hittable, and then it's just going to dive in the dirt. But then, yeah, so when that fastball comes out of the window that you told yourself, I'm not swinging in that window, I mean, it just stays in the same plane, and it's strike 3, and you're just like, all right, well, I can't do anything about that. Like, you're either giving him the take fastball, or you're going to be susceptible to the chase splitter. You can't really do both.
Unbelievable. Bring up the boards on Senga real quick. Fort ball stats are just through the roof. 22 for 193, has allowed 1 homer on it his entire career. Opponent batting average, $1.14. Slug, 145. He's got arguably the nastiest pitch in the game, and he seems to be right in leading them. Take a look at this. Lowest opponent slug versus single pitch type since the start of 2023. $1.45. He has been on fire. It's been the cumulative for the Mets starting rotation, but you need that trump card, and he has been exactly that for this team. They missed him dearly. And the bullpen. God, if you were looking at this bullpen, I know yesterday we were there. Edwin Diaz, he comes out and they're playing the trumpets, and Miss Met's doing her thing, and Robert's checking it out. Thick.
Robert likes Mrs.
And I got it all.
She knows what she's doing.
She knows. She knows it.
He's really the only one in the bullpen right now that kind of makes you a little uneasy. And I wouldn't even say that. He hasn't blown a save all year. But let's give some love to the Max Kranichs of the world. Brazoban Minter comes over from an arch rival in the Braves and has been phenomenal for this team. So there you go. You get Edwin Diaz come in. You got the lockdown closer. But like I said, it's the Max Kranichs of the world coming on our show. The situations he gets thrust into, Tyrone Taylor getting behind that ball, not letting the tag up. Juan Soto making a play, throw to home. They have been on fire. I got to read out their numbers here. We got Reed Garrett hasn't allowed a run in 11 games. Ryan Stanek's got a .96 in 10 games. There he is, Reed Garrett. Nasty stuff. So just phenomenal all around for the Mets. What a fantastic start. They're playing inspired baseball. Minter's been good for a long time. He was nicked up with the Braves all year last year. Pitched in big spots, and you take a look at it, their ranks. They're second in ERA, innings they're fourth, fielding independent pitching, the things they can control they're first. And we all know Fangraphs War they're first.
Yeah, we already know what that is.
The Umps Care Charities launched its 17th annual online auction on MLB.com. It provides scholarships for kids. A portion of the proceeds supports sports officials' care. And Malachi Moore has been working Major League Games since 2020, a full-time ump since 2023, was a success story of the MLB Develops program. And he joins us this morning on MLB Central. Good morning to you, Malachi. Thank you so much for the time. Tell us about this charity and the 17th annual auction.
Yes, well, I'm Scared Charities was founded in 2006 by Major League Umpires. It's the official philanthropy of Major League Umpires, and our goal is to provide financial and emotional support for those in need, youth and families alike across America.
I talked a little bit about the proceeds. How will they be used for the most part, Malachi?
Yes, the proceeds will be used to support our programs, our many programs, whether it be providing college scholarships to families and children that were adopted later in life. We have an official leadership program that teaches kids how to umpire, and it's really cool because they can also learn in the classroom how to be financially stable and leadership skills as well. There's the many programs. My favorite program is the hospital visits that we do. We provide Build-A-Bears to many children in need, and children are facing big challenges in life, and it hits home to me because I have young kids at home as well. And so it's just an opportunity, a really cool experience to put a smile on someone's face, and not only their faces, but their parents' faces as well.
And as Lauren mentioned, the 17th annual online auction, you can find it at MLB.com, Umps Care Charities. Malachi, you've got a unique story and path to the big leagues. You were a part of the MLB Develops program at the original MLB Urban Youth Academy in Compton, California. But can you give us a little insight on how you, because as I understand it, you were doing your best to get to the big leagues as a player. How did that in turn pivot to you being an umpire?
Yes, it truly speaks to MLB's initiative. And for me, I played junior college baseball at Compton Community College. I always wanted to be a player. I also was a groundskeeper at the facility. I was just trying anything to be on a Major League Baseball field. Never once did I ever dream of becoming a Major League umpire until the MLB umpire camps came about. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I was gifted the opportunity to try to learn from the best and be the best. And so I went through the course. I earned a scholarship to the Harry Windelstead Umpire School, and 15 years later, 11 years in the minor leagues, 3 years as a Major League call-up, I'm here a Major League umpire sitting in front of you.
It's amazing. What do people, I mean, look, people at home think that they can do your job when they're watching the games, right? What should people know about the level of difficulty that happens as you and your colleagues try to
balls and strikes?
Yeah, I mean, just give fans at home a little insight into what you guys face on a nightly basis.
Yes, well, we are the third team out there on the field. The game doesn't happen without us. We're the best in the world at what we do. We're very confident, but at the same time, we can adjust. And for us, it's just about getting the calls right. No one wants to get the call right more than us. And so we try to put ourselves in positions to get the calls right. And we're all baseball fans. We want to grow the game of baseball. And for us, this is our way of giving back. Also off the field with Umps Care Charities and the online auction. I would definitely tell everybody, hey, this is a call to action. Get out and help and support the kids. And for us, again, on the field, we do our best to make our families proud, make our kids proud, and so forth. And this is just another way of us giving back and making sure that we get the call right.
Malachi, I want to ask you, the league has done an amazing job the last couple of years of Field of Dreams game. We're going to do the game in Bristol this year with the Reds and the Braves, but you got a chance to do something really special and be a part of the first all-black umpiring crew. We were there at Rickwood. Take us the experience you had there.
Yeah, it was a surreal moment. I grew up idolizing and watching these guys, Alan Porter, C.B. Buckner, Jamie Rayak, Adrian Johnson. Grew up idolizing these individuals, and they mentored me and taught me throughout the minor leagues and still to this day. And so it was just a truly remarkable feeling to share the field with them. Very blessed to be in this position. And again, we had so much fun, and it's all thanks to MLB and their initiative.
You know what's so interesting to me, Malachi, is there's no textbook, right? You're learning on the fly with everyone's eyes on you. What have you learned in real time in your job?
You know what? We all want to be perfect. We're perfectionists as umpires. I think a lot of individuals in this world are perfectionists. We want to be perfect, and we're not going to be. Umpiring is a very thankless job. You don't get a pat on the back when you get a call right. It's it's kind of your job. It's kind of what you're supposed to do. And so a lot of people like to highlight our wrongs, our misses, and we're not out there to miss calls. We're not trying to get stuff, miss calls and get stuff wrong. No, we're actually trying to get it right. And so when we don't get things right, we beat ourselves up, but we know that, hey, the next play, the next pitch, it's coming. And so we review tape. We lean on our training through the minor leagues, and Major League Baseball and the umpiring department does an awesome job of preparing us to get better and to be the best in the world.
Malachi Moore, third season as a full-time MLB umpire. It's the Umps Care Charity 17th annual online auction. You can find it at MLB.com. Malachi, it was a pleasure to speak with you. This sounds like definitely a worthy cause, and I hope people go out and support it. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much. Please support our charity. Thank you.
You got it. That's Malachi Moore.